Well, I found the GoPro at last, stupidly hanging up in my shed underneath the coat, and I'm out after pink-footed geese today. I've already had two come over me well within range while I was putting the decoys out, and I've got another single coming up now. You might be able to see it coming up into the light pollution. It's probably 10 yards up, if that. Although GoPro's obviously not very good, you should be able to pick this one up. Here he comes. 50 yards now, 40, yeah, 45 yards, and just landed on the ice on that splash. There you go. I've got another member on the marsh today, and I don't want to cut him off, and I've got a feeling that they're going to come downwind of me, so he's got a guest out, so I'm hoping that he can they can get a few pinks. Obviously it's mid-January, and there's only one thing I'm really after, so I'm not too bothered about pinks. I would have been 3/4 of the way to the limit if I had been by now. I've got the Thomas Bland out with me today, so I'm hoping that it will do the business. Might only be the second time I've used it this season. The first time I think I had it out in September, so anyway, I've not even got the hide up yet, so I better get on with that, and hopefully we'll get a bit of a display today. That'll be great. Well, I've finished getting my hide up, so hopefully I won't regret this, but I've had several lots of pinks over me now. It's probably a mass of about 2,000 just got up over the reserve, so I'm expecting them to pour out. I was hoping they were going to come out a little bit later. They normally do on a hard frost, so I could get some better footage on GoPro. But I've got a skein just now landing 400 yards to the east of me. They might keep coming. I'll give them a call if I can find my call. Here they come. Probably 20 to 30. Right, these ones are going to be right on me. Should be able to see these ones okay. About 40 yards, 30, 20, that one's about 15. There we go, and here come the massive birds. So I'll get the GoPro on my head and record the display, listen out for whites. Right, this is not how I want them to come. All I can say is hope my GoPro's on. Right, the other boys are where the pinks are now going, so hopefully if they keep heading towards the barns, there's certainly 3 there, they should get in amongst them. Not heard a white front yet. I know you guys want a kill shot, but look at that. Gotta be 1,000, maybe 2. And most of them are trying to land on the marsh where I am. They're landing probably 80 yards to the south of me. Well, I thought I'd go live this morning because I'm literally right on the X with these pinks. Probably a little bit late, but I wanted the light to get better. I've got the best part of 1,000 geese within 200 yards of me, and they're dropping all over now. Not shot at any yet because I'm after white fronts. Oh, come some more. And 25 yards up, those ones, just to give you an indication. These ones are going to come right into my decoys. Maybe not. Right, so this has been a pretty amazing morning, really. I know the video's not going to have loads of kill shots in it, but there's a chance later on in the morning, when I've got good light, that I'll possibly take a pink or two and make a video out of it. But yeah, hoping for white fronts. It's not one of those years where we end up with 500 to 1,000 white fronts in. There's a few of the club members have managed to pick a few white fronts up, but from what I've been told, they've been generally pairs on their own, or a pair in a skein of pink feet, something like that. I think I've seen a single and a pack of 4 white fronts, which is on this marsh. Actually, I watched a guy miss them on this marsh, but that's all the white fronts I've seen this year. So it's not what I would class as a white front year. A couple of my previous videos have been in years when there has been a lot of white fronts about. This single is going to give itself up. He's pulled off at 25 yards to join the mass. So a lot of the time when I'm using the GoPro, I have to apologise for the wind noise, but there's not a lot of wind today, but I'll apologise for the noise of the pink feet because they're very loud. I've got one gun directly in the Yarmouth direction, but he's a good half a mile over there, so he's not really interfering with me. And I've got another gun out behind me on what I call the windmill marshes. They've had several shots today. I wouldn't be surprised if they've already limited. And then I've got a mate, he's got a guest out just to the north of me, and that's where I thought all the geese would want to go in. So the only trouble with doing this and not shooting is that I'm not spreading the geese around really, but I think everyone's had some shooting, so at the end of the day it doesn't really matter too much. And I know my mate is out, he'll be wanting the white front. He's already got 2 pinks, so he'll probably be holding on for whites. Not that I've heard any yet, but he says he has heard one, so we will see. But these geese are still piling out. Coming in skeins of, well, actually this lot's probably about 500. I was going to say 100, but I didn't realise how many's out there. Getting to the point, there's so many on the marsh now, they've got to pretty much land in front of me. No, I didn't like the sound of those shots. There's a lot of whistling going on. These pinks are actually grazing their way towards me now. Now having to keep my head right down in the hide because these birds are getting insanely close to me. Right, let's get a GoPro on my head because I'm going to have to get the camera out and take some photos of this. Oh, white front. Right, got to find the white fronts. A lot of geese to spot a white front. There's my glove. The light is really rubbish conditions. What is that? It's a pink, 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 pink. Well, I haven't fired a shot yet. It's the I've got the best part of 2,000 or I've got no idea of how many geese I've got out there on the marsh. 7:48 AM, so just about sunrise, and we've got little parties coming in. Spoken to the other guys on the marsh, and they're very close to their limits, so that's great. It's paid off me not shooting. It's allowed them to get on some birds as well, but there is just an absolute mass out there now. This is definitely the most geese I've ever had on a marsh in front of me. And even if there was any white fronts in there, I really got no idea how I'd pick them out unless they come at me yodeling. And as a wildfowler, you look at this sight and you think, do I really want to pull the trigger now? The answer is no. So it might be a little bit of a boring video in the fact I might not even pull the trigger. We shall see. Hopefully these will get up and clear off to some sugar beets so I don't disturb them, but they seem pretty settled at the moment. Come some more in. 10 yards above my head, that one. I don't know what it is about this marsh I'm on as well. It always seems to deliver when you've got a really good frost and there's ice on the dikes. And what have we got? A really good frost, ice on the dikes. Disgusted Zulu. He's thinking, why are you not shooting? It amazes me in situations like this as well that every goose seems to want to go on exactly the same marsh. They're literally all on the marsh I'm on. There's decent marshes behind they like to go on normally, but every single bird has been pulled into this mass. Which shows just how difficult it is to decoy when you're not on the right spot. Another skein coming off from the reserve. 4 jumping and clearing off. Being replaced by 7 more coming in. Okay, so we've got some birds jumping now and clearing off, so that's good. The trouble is, there's many clearing off, I've got more coming in. Right, so I was saying it's all got on my marsh. It's clearly become too much for them, so I started now moving off to the marshes just behind me, 300 to 400 yards away. And I wish, hopefully they'll all clear off there. And as I say that, more coming. It almost looks like they've gone for a fly round. Right, let's get this on my head because they're clearing off. Hopefully we'll see a white front. Oh my god, dropped into my decoys. Alright, I think this video is probably going to be long enough with all these birds coming in. So if these birds clear off and get out of the way, then I'll try and take a bird out. So I've got one to take home. We'll see. Sun's coming up, frosty morning. 1,000+ geese out, close to you. What more could you want? A retrieve, said Zulu. What's that there? Say goodbye. Well, hopefully we get. Oh, yeah, they're whiffling. That's what I was hoping. Right, so they've thinned out quite a bit on the marsh in front of me. I have now heard a couple of white fronts, but the light is just not good enough to pick them out. And I've been waiting for most of these birds to clear off before I take a shot, because just really not keen on disturbing that amount of birds, and they've given me such a good display. But I think we're down to around about 200-300 now, so it's time to scan, keep my eyes open and hope the white fronts come. But if I get a nice bird, then maybe I'll take it. Nothing's tempted me yet. We shall see. There's a big lot just jumped. Still got quite a lot out in the marsh, so still not keen on shooting. But if there's a white front, it's going to get it. No. No. Can't see no bars yet. Shot. Well, the geese have started to move off the marsh I'm on, but literally as soon as some go, some more come in and join the ones that have stayed. So they just came over about 10 yards up. Boys behind just had another shot, so they must be getting close to their limit. I've got some more coming in. I had what I thought were some white fronts come past, but I wasn't 100% sure because they were right out of the sun, so I've left them as well. When they dropped in, it looked like they had orange paddles, but probably a bit too far to tell, and probably seeing what I want to see. But as you can see, still more dropping in. Well, it's now 8:30, still haven't fired a shot, so just hanging on the hope that a lot of these birds leave, and they got golden plover coming through, but I will refuse the temptation to shoot them today, bearing in mind every cartridge I'm using is probably at least £2. But there's a lot of geese out here at the moment, so I'll just be patient, and if I get a chance, I get a chance. Here for white fronts, and that is one of the main reasons I'm not shooting, but obviously the main reason is that you just got to sit back and enjoy when you get that many geese come working into you, especially when you haven't really had it happen to you this year. It's been really, really difficult. Oh, and there's the wife, better get that. Oh, these are good birds. They just get over my head. I take them. That was not what we wanted to use. Trying to use the bismuth. Been an excellent morning, and I just had my first chance at a pinkfoot that I was happy to take. It was a lovely bird, straight over my head. I was laying down a little bit, and the hide's a little bit slippy now, and yeah, he didn't seem to be fazed by the shots that I had him. So, but at least it was a chance. So you can see the decoy spread now. I've got the wind directly behind me. I've set the geese out so there's around about 18 just to the left and then a few more to the right. And you can see the splash behind me now. So hoping that will entice a few birds over. I can pick off some later pinks, but at the moment I've had one shot at a golden plover, pulled the wrong trigger and shot one of the tungstens, missed it, and yeah, just had the one chance at a pink coming over my head. So obviously this morning I could have limited out, but I didn't want to shoot it into those lots, and I was biding my time for a white front, and I didn't want to shoot any of the earlier ones because I wouldn't be able to get it on GoPro. So there's a few now getting off, probably a mile to the west of me, getting up, and a few are streaking back, but I've also got some pinks about 400 yards to the south of me which are pulling most of those birds. But we'll give it another half an hour or so and see if we can get one, so at least I don't come off on a blank. But yeah, been a fantastic day, so really enjoyed it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 28 white fronts. Oh well, frosty day, and I've waited and waited and waited, and eventually a massive skein of white fronts have come in from the north, and unfortunately just didn't lose enough height, and I'm now going to go and join the pinks to the south of me. So that is my first proper skein of white fronts that I've seen this season. So lovely to see them. Not even really that bothered to get shot at, but yeah, fantastic. You can't beat listening to them yodel. Right there still. Just about to go in with the pinks.